Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 76 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences, and Well-being. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today is commemorated as World Snake Day on July 16th every year, aims to increase awareness regarding over 3,500 snake species that exist across the world. Yes, that's a lot of snake species. And guess what? Not all of them are as scary or venomous as we believe them to be. The fascinating reptiles are often not given recognition they deserve just because of bad reputation they have earned over the years. For instance, a friend who is straighter is known as a snake. The day aims to change the negative perception surrounding snakes and promote the love of all beings, even the ones we fear. So the English word snake comes from the Old English word snaka. The reptile is thought to have come from terrestrial lizards that existed around 174.1 millions to 163.5 million years ago. In fact, Euphis underwood, the oldest fossil snake, lived in England about 167 million years ago. However, even researchers learnt about the numerous snake species the reptile mentioned in ancient mythologies and was also an integral part of various religions. For instance, in the Bible, Satan took on the form of a snake that existed in the Garden of Eden, and it is due to the snake that Eve conceived forbidden apple and was banished. According to Irish mythology, in the 5th century, Saint Patrick went to a hilltop where he fasted for 40 days. During this name, he was attacked by snakes. To protect himself, he waved his staff and expelled all the snakes of Ireland into the sea. This is why, even today, Ireland is devoid of snakes, is another legend. The Chinese believe there was once a white female snake demon who resided underwater. According to ancient Chinese myth, the demon took on the mortal form and she fell in love with a human and 2 years later married to give birth to a boy. The twist in the plot is the demon's identity was revealed by the Buddhist monk Fahai. The monk then trapped the snake demon under his lakeside pagoda. Folklore such as these often show snakes in a negative light and may be responsible for portraying them as evil beings. Snakes are worshipped as gods, since 10,000 BC. Egyptians pharaohs wear a snake symbol on the forehead in 3100 BC. The Greek mythology introduces Medusa, a goddess who has serpents for hair, in 5th to 4th century BC. Maggie Lee is the first child to die of a snake bite in Texas. The tragedy strikes in 1854. The colored snake that lives in the streams and swamps in southern Maryland and eastern Virginia, which is called rainbow snake, is non-venomous. It is non-poisonous. The black mamba bite is the deadliest snake bite that kills the fastest. The snake is also the fastest one in the world. India is home to over 350 snake species. To view a variety of snakes closely, visit the nearest zoo or reptile park and check out the different species that exist in your region. This trip can prove to be quite educational. Use this day to bring non-venomous snake species to the forefront. All you have to do is make a simple Facebook or Twitter or any social media post or share an article on beautiful snakes that can't kill. Hold a drawing class or contest where everyone gets to draw paint the snake species they love the most. The season will prove to be educational while producing great works of art at the same time. Snakes don't have eyelids and sleep with their eyes open. Snakes have nostrils, but they smell with the chemicals picked up with their tongue. Snakes can't chew since they can't bite or chew. Snake swallows their food whole. The only continent without snakes is Antarctica. Snakes are found everywhere except in Antarctica. Snakes have around up to 1,200 bones. They have so many bones. Like every other living creature on the planet, snakes are extremely important for the ecosystem. This means without snakes, a negative chain reaction for the environment may be triggered. It helps fix the image of snakes as snakes are hated. Across the world, since they are seen as creatures that kill. However, not all snakes are dangerous. Neither they deserve to be hated and slaughtered. This day promotes the rights of snakes and shows how we can all coexist in harmony. Numerous snake species are declining due to climate change and deforestation. Some species are killed for their skins to create fashion items. On this day, thousands of people make an effort to promote the preservation of endangered snakes. Today is also commemorated as Sone Sankrantri in Nepal on July 16th. People from many castes and ethnic groups who practice various religions reside in the country, each with its own culture and traditions. As a result, Nepalese festivals can be divided into three categories: religious celebrations, social gatherings, and national holidays. Nepal is separated into three geographic regions: mountains, hills, and terrain. Each of these geographical regions observe a unique set of religious festivals. On Sone Sankrantri, the first day of month of Shravan, Hindu worshippers flock to Shiva temples to do special pujas. The main ritual on this day is Shivabhishekam, Palabhishekam. The sun enters the sign of Cancer on Shravan Sankrantri. Worshipping Lord Shiva is considered important during Shravan. Shravan, according to Nepalese custom, is the month of cleaning and eradicating dirt. Nepalese people worship and beat nonglo, massive bamboo plates, to cure diseases such as asthma. Nepalis have a practice of calling married daughters in their hometowns and they are served a variety of delectable foods and desserts. Married ladies wear a symbol of good fortune, green and yellow bangles, garments, etc. throughout the month. The mythology has it that Samudra Manthan, the churning of the oceans, occurred in the month of Shravan. During the Samudra Manthan, 14 different sorts of rubies appear, 13 of which were distributed among the demons, leaving one type known as halahal, halahal, that is poison. Lord Shiva arrived to save the day and drank the halahal, that is poison, and stored it in his neck. His throat turned blue as a result of poison, gaining him the moniker Neelkanta, meaning blue throat. Lord Shiva turned the crescent moon on his head to lessen the potency of the poison. Following that, all gods began to offer Ganges water to Lord Shiva to mitigate the effects of poison. Since then, Shiva worshippers have offered Ganges water at Shravan in the hope of gaining a large amount of punya. During Shravan, devotees can do following Rudrabhisheks, fasting on Mondays, wearing Rudraksha, and reciting Shiva Chalisa, Arti, and so on. Hinduism starts in India, in Indus Valley, some 5,000 years ago, and from there it expands over the Asian continent, eventually reaching the Nepal. The oldest Hindu temple, according to Nepal, Mahatmaya and Himatkanda, the deity known as Pashupati, earned an immense reputation, and the existence of the Pashupati Nath temple can be traced back to this year around 400 AD. The Vaishnavism grouping is the largest, accounting for 641 million Hindus, with 67.6%, the largest Hindu group in 2010. Nepal's Hindu population, according to the census, is expected to be around 21 lakhs, 21 crores, 55 lakhs, 1,492, accounting for at least 81.34% of the country's population. The statistics may vary, subject to correction. In the context of Hindu calendar, Sankranti refers to one of the 12 movements of the sun from one area of the zodiac to another. It's almost the same thing. Shravan is the fourth month of the solar system's calendar. Shravan is the month of rain, mud, and agriculture. In the month of Shravan, Parvati, in the shape of nature, takes on green form for the enjoyment of men in the form of Lord Shiva, which is why women wear green garments and bangles. Nepalis will visit temple from the beginning of Shravan and Sankranti. Women and girls wear green clothes and bangles and apply mehndi on their palms. One of the traditions for Sauni Sankranti is to take a dip in one of the rivers to eliminate portable skin diseases. Because the month is associated with agriculture, many people are afflicted with skin problems. People, particularly farmers, celebrate this event by blowing a conch, hitting nanglo, and ringing bells, and is customary. This is one of the notions that celebrating will aid in removal of scabies. Swastika and Star of David both are important Hindu symbols among the Nepalis. Mandalas are a spiritual emblem of both Hinduism and Buddhism that is used for meditation and are usually printed on cloth or paper. The dal bath is flavorable, spicy, and most importantly satisfying and nutritious, and is eaten several times a day. Nepal follows the lunar calendar and the solar sidereal year. Hence, they are 57 years ahead of us. The stupa is made up of a dome that represents universe and a cubical structure that has Buddha eyes painted on all four sides. Nepal has a long and illustrious cultural past. We can't wait to hear more about it and celebrate. The tradition dates back a long time as we celebrate. We are here more about Nepal's past. Because the Sone Sankranti tradition is a day of curing, most individuals will apply medicinal products to their bodies. Who doesn't love healthy skin? Today is also commemorated as Rural Transit Day in US, which is observed on July 16th every year. The National Rural Transit Assistance Program, National RTAP, established this day in 2019. This day focuses on what transit agencies are doing to recognize passengers and staff. There are contests and chats on Twitter where users share thoughts about the benefits, challenges, and solutions in rural transit. Agencies are also encouraged to take Rural Transit Day pledge to show their commitment to the cause and to recognize the rural transit heroes working with them. Today is also commemorated as National Wedding Invitation Day in US. This one surefire way to drum up excitement for an upcoming wedding, and that's by sending out wedding invitation cards. And that's why National Wedding Invitation Day is celebrated on July 16th every year. The day was created to give wedding invitation card designers their due because they evaluate the beauty of wedding. It's all about appreciating and cherishing this beautifully crafted wedding gift on this special day. There is also commemorated a national personal chef in the US, always ready to save the day by making warm homemade meals. Personal chefs are celebrated on National Personal Chef Day on July 16th. The day is commemorated to honor the relentless work and efforts of a personal chefs while raging. Today is also commemorated as National Dress Syndrome Day in US. Dress syndrome, held annually on July 16th, is sometimes also called drug induced hypersensitivity syndrome or drug hypersensitivity syndrome and is the focal point of National Dress Syndrome Day. DRUS, full form drug reaction with eosinophobia and systematic symptoms, is a type of drug allergy that causes very adverse reactions to drugs in some people. This day was founded on the premise that because of this special day, more patients, doctors, researchers, and others will be able to honor and celebrate the ones lost to illness. So there is also advantage. Today is also commemorated as National Atomic Veterans Day in US on July 16th. On July 15, 2021, the President proclaimed July 16, 2021 as National Atomic Veterans Day, called upon all Americans to observe the day with appropriate ceremonies and activities that honor the atomic veterans. President Biden signed this legislation into law to recognize atomic veterans as part of National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2022. The legislation also requires the president to issue a proclamation every year calling on the United States to observe National Atomic Veterans Day. There is also commemorated as National Corn Fritters Day in US on July 16th. High summer is peak season for delicious corn. So what's better day to celebrate National Corn Fritters Day than July 16th? We love eating corn in all ways: cornbread, corn salad, corn hash, corn on the cobs, slathered in butter. But one of the very favorites is crispy golden brown fritters. A fritter can be Day is also commemorated as National Cherry Day in UK and US, making it a perfect summertime celebration. Cherries can range from sweet to hot. They come in shades ranging from red to yellow, and you can create a wide variety of dishes. There is also commemorated La Paz Day in Bolivia on July 16th. Every year, the city of La Paz has many claims to fame, but one they are particularly proud of. They helped spark the Bolivian War for independence, a fact that they celebrated La Paz Day. On this day, more than 200 years ago, the Bolivians first state to fight against Spanish powers and that they land for centuries and they have controlled it. And the Bolivians first began to fight against the Spanish colonial powers and had their land for centuries. Many historians believe that first spark lit the fire that inspired by Bolivians. Today is commemorated as La Paz Day on Bolivia. La Paz Day is celebrated on July 16th every year. The city of La Paz has many claims to fame, but only they are particularly proud of their help spark in the Bolivian War. Independence, a fact of celebrate. La Paz Day on this day, more than 200 years ago, the Bolivians first began to fight against the Spanish colonies, powers that has controlled the land for the centuries. Many historians believe this first spark lit the fire that inspired every Bolivian's life for freedom and caused a revolution in the country of La Paz Day, which is colloquially the departures de La Paz is observed an annual day holiday in city. Don't confuse this day with the Bolivian Independence Day. However, it is celebrated by the entire country on August 8 as the day was as they officially gained their freedom. Today is also commemorated as Harela in India. Harela is a Hindu festival celebrated annually on July 16th in the Common region of Uttarakhand, a festive of peace, prosperity, and greenery and environmental protection. It coincides with the religious celebration of the wedding of Lord Shiva and Goddesses Parvati. Harela marks the onset on such of the rainy season, monsoon, and it is considered favorably by farmers as the beginning of the sowing cycle in their fields. People in Command region associated greenery with prosperity. So on Harela, people are encouraged to plant saplings to maintain vegetation on the earth. It is also commemorated as Guru Purnima, which is celebrated on July 16th, which is a day dedicated to paying respect and expressing gratitude to one's spiritual, academic teachers, predominantly called the human Hindus and Buddhists in Nepal and India. Considering that Purnima is the Indian and Nepali word for the full moon, the festival always falls on the full moon day in the Hindu month of Ashada, typically occurring between It is also commemorated as Guinea Pig Appreciation Day in US. On July 14th, people across America celebrate Guinea Pig Appreciation Day to pay tribute to these cuddly, lovable pets that stole the hearts of thousands of people. Yet these fur balls and friendly pocket pets that can improve to be one of the best companions if treated right. The pets are super social too. If you haven't ever had the chance to spend a day with a guinea pig, now it's the time to give it a shot. We are sure that the experience will be memorable. Get in touch with an animal shelter or rescue in your area to learn more about these huggable creatures. Today is also commemorated as Fresh Spinach Day, which is celebrated annually on July 16 to emphasize the many benefits of fresh spinach. It's not all that fantasy that Popeye gains superhuman strength after consuming his canned spinach, because in reality, spinach can boost your health, from improving bone health to lowering the risk of cancer. Spinach got you covered. Fresh spinach daily reminds you to add this healthy leaf vegetable to your meals or smoothies, cream spinach and spinach dip, sorted spinach, green smoothie, strongly yum. There is also commemorated as Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day in US. With discoveries in science and tech and healthcare, AI offers the possibility of more evolved future. AI tools have already dominated. AI has taken the world by storm and looks set to change the future. Although many believe that AI only emerged in recent years, its foundation reached back further than that. Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day was created to celebrate the history and accomplishments of AI tech and raise awareness about its current and future cases in human life. Today is also commemorated as Festival of British Archaeology from July 16 to 31 in UK. It's all about journeys is the topic year's festivals of archaeology. The festival includes hundreds of in-person and virtual events around the UK, delivered by community groups, heritage organizations, nutrients, and others. The scientific study of human activity via the recovery and examination of material culture from the earth is known as archaeology. Artifacts. So with this, today is also commemorated as World Public Relations Day, which is the last commemorations for the day. Every year on July 16th, the global community of PR professionals come together to celebrate World PR Day, a day dedicated to recognize the impact and importance of public relations. Practitioners around the world are dedicating July 16th every year to the recognition and celebration of public relations and communications and building a unified global agenda towards making the world understand and utilize the power. This year, the theme is the future of public relations in a changing world. So, with this, we shall conclude today's commemorations. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this day's wonderful commemorations. Before we leave, we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form and also observe a minute of silence for the global peace, harmony on the planet. Thank you, everyone. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been raised in the form of polls before leaving the platform. See you all tomorrow with the same joining link. Tomorrow, the same time, with different commemorations and celebrations.